You too.
Now, yesterday, let's talk quickly. It was 3-2 worksheet, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, your job now is to ask me any questions that you're uncomfortable with or you were unfamiliar with. All right. Yes, Jack.
3 on the word problem.
3 on the word problem. Let's take a look at that. Good job. All right, here we go. It says Earth had a surface area of approximately 197 million square miles. Think about how big that is. How big the Earth is, actually. All right. And then the total land area, which is 58 million square miles. What fraction of the Earth's surface is land? So we just write that as a fraction, right? So we're going to write, now, let's not waste time. Does everybody agree with me?
Right.
Look, so you should look at this right off the bat and say there's 6 zeros there and 6 zeros there. Am I right?
Yes.
You guys know that. There's no reason to write it. You would just say what? 58 over 197. Now, how do I know what number goes first? So I'm gonna be careful here. All right, because this is where you can make a mistake, please. What fraction of the Earth's surface is land? So that's telling you that the land goes what? First. Because it's land to the total, correct?
So the land is 58.
58 over 197.
And then it said write another fraction close to the denominator.
All right, so,
I put 3/10.
well, so I think what they're asking for is about what fraction close to 10. Is it 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I think that's what they're asking for.
Yeah, I put 3/10 because 50 is close to 60 and 197 is close to 20, so then I divide that by 2 and do 3/10.
Yeah, so that's not a bad idea. Listen to what he said. He just rounded this. Now, we could round that to 60, and actually I'd probably make that close to what? 200. And then I would reduce that. I like it. All right, very good. Very good work. 3/10. All right, does anybody else had a question? Catherine,
Could you do number 4?
here?
Yes.
All right. Now, I did this with other class, so I want to make sure you guys got it on this. All right. The unit price was always, I could never remember what went first, right, or what to divide. So here's how I finally figured out, for me, the best way. All right. I wrote down that I could do 7 for $4. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I only want what? 1, because that's what unit price is. Do you agree?
Yes.
So I have 7 of them. So I have to do what? Divide by 7.
Yeah.
So if I divide by 7, I get 1 for the fraction 4/7. Now, is that more than 50 cents or less than 50 cents? Is it more or less? I think more, because 4 is more than half of 7. Does everybody agree with that? Yes, sir.
The way that I did is I just did like 7, 4 divided by 7, and whatever first 2 decimal points.
That's exactly what I'm getting ready to do. Perfect.
What does the on the bottom, what does it say? 4 over
7. That's a dollar sign.
wait, oh,
You with me on that? I just didn't do a very good job. There. All right, so now we're going to divide it out, right? What?
What I did was I just multiplied 55 cents for
Times what?
7.
Yeah, that'd be a better way to do it, too.
yeah, that's how I did
You
it.
can do it. Most definitely.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
that.
Right.
I did,
You can do that.
That
But it
makes
says, the question, though, here, though, is that doesn't give me the what, though?
that's like the unit.
Yeah, that does not give you the unit price. So listen, please listen to what I'm saying now. You guys are telling me lots of good things, all right? But one of the main things that I can tell you from experience, the reason why kids don't do as well on standardized tests because they don't read as well as they should, and they don't answer the proper question. So in this case, it's saying, what's the unit price, right? So the unit price is 4/7 of a dollar, right? But we don't know what that is as a decimal, right? So that's not that big a deal. So to write it as a decimal, 74.00, right? 7 goes into 40 how many times?
6, no.
Good. Subtract. So 7 goes into 50.
7 times.
7. So it would be about what? About 57 cents. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's how I did. I just divided
Right.
it by 4.
And yogurt B would be what? So if I was, watching my money, even though is it really that big of a deal? No, but clearly B is the better deal. All right? B is the better deal. All right? Is everybody good on this? All right. Now what I want to do with you guys now is I'd like to go ahead and move on unless, Ben, you have another question?
I did for number 4.
Okay, tell me real quick.
I did $4 over 7,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did like nothing over 1,
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. We'll be doing that again in the next chapter, right? But he's very smart. He just said, look, it was $4 for 7. I want to know how much for 1, like that. Right? I like that. All right. All right. Now, let's go ahead and I want everybody now to pull up worksheet 3-3. And with the other class, I did what? The other class, I did the odds.
So we're going to
So we're going to do the, I'm going to do the evens with you guys. And then tonight, you just go home and do the what? Odds. If you notice, I only have 2 worksheets today. All right. So again, I cannot emphasize to you enough the importance of doing the ERB questions. All right. Everybody's got to try the ERB questions. All right. They're supposed to be a little bit harder, even though most of the time they're not. All right. But they're supposed to be reading, so you practice, all right, reading something and converting it into math. All right. That's what we're interested in. All right. Now, today should be a simple day because I taught 5th grade math before. I taught 5th graders how to multiply fractions. All right? Basic, but we still did. 6th grade, we multiplied fractions for sure. Mixed fractions, improper fractions, any type of fraction. Now, the only difference between 6th and 7th grade is that now you're using positives and what?
negative.
Yes, that's it. So all you have to do is remember that a negative times a negative is a what?
Positive.
And a positive times a negative is a?
Negative.
There you go. Is everybody with me on that?
Yes.
All right. Now, again, I'm going to review with you 2 through 20, whatever, 2 through 28 evens. All right. It's not going to take me that long. All right. Now, again, listen to me, because some of you guys don't understand what I'm saying. When you don't know something, you let me know right away. I'd rather fix you on number 2 than fix you on number 18. All right? This is all a review. It should be simple. All right? But kids make mistakes with fractions. All right? Now, let's get to work. First of all, a negative times a positive is a what?
Negative.
I recommend that you put the sign out first so you don't forget it. All right? Now, quick little review here, guys. You cross cancel. Is there any way to cancel with 6 and 5? Is there any way to cancel with 2 and 7?
No.
So now I just multiply what?
Across.
Straight across. I multiply the numerators together and I multiply the denominators together. So if I multiply 2 times 6 today, I get,
Well,
and 5 times 7, 35. Now, come on, that's super easy. Super easy. Everybody can do that. All right? We're going to move fast. All right? So keep up. And as soon as you have an issue, you got to let me know. All right? Next one. I'm just going to practice right now this, just demonstrating.
how did you
2 and 13. 1 second. Can I reduce that?
No.
No. 3 and 5.
No.
There's nothing to reduce.
So it would be 6.
All right? So now, positive times a positive is still a what? All right? So now we're going to multiply straight across. 3 times 2.
6.
Practicing our mental math. 5 times 10.
65.
50. 5 times 3. Total of
65.
65. 6 out of 65. What you need?
how do you do number 2?
Well, I just explained number 4 too. That was just like number 2. Since you weren't listening to how I explained number 4, then you still don't know how to do number 2. Come on, kiddo. All right, don't be sorry. Just stick with me. All right, I'm not mad. I just want you to stay focused. You don't know how I got 12? Well, if I have the numbers 2 and 6, how do you think I got 12? How do you think I got 35?
Oh,
Now listen to me. Don't be sorry. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, kiddo. Listen, don't be sorry. In math, listen to me. Sometimes you're not going to know how to do it. But what I want to try to teach you is how you can look at 2 and 6 and say, how in the world did he get 12 with 2 and 6? Because I want you to start making your own conclusions. You with me on this? And trust me, I'm not mad at you. So everything is good. Everything is perfect. All right, I'm just trying to show you. Stay with me. All right, that's all. There's no problems at all. You hear me, right? You understand that? So I'm multiplying straight across. All right, that's all I'm doing. If you can't reduce, you multiply straight across. That's it. That's how simple. All right, now let's check out number 6. Can I reduce the 5 and the 11?
No.
However,
You can reduce 9.
yes, 3 and 9. So now I'm going to write it out first time just to make sure you're with me. You have to say what goes into 3 and what goes into 9. 3. So now I'm going to write up here, but you don't have to. I'm just making sure I'm crystal clear. I'm dividing by 3 here, and I'm dividing by 3 here. Is everybody good with that? That's why this 3 crosses out to a 1, and this 9 crosses out to a what? 3. Is everybody with me, right?
Yes.
Super basic equals. Now, nothing else can reduce, so multiply across. Yes, sir.
I was just thinking,
Tell me.
Can I do the next one?
Well, what's this answer?
Oh, 5 over 33.
Yes, here we go. 5 over 33. 5 over 33. Now, if you have reduced properly, you never have to reduce 5 over 33. That's why it's important to reduce them first. All right? So, Hunter, tell me a number 8. All right, why is this one a little bit different?
Because you can reduce it.
You can reduce what? Both of them. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
So what do you want to reduce first? Which numbers do you want to reduce first?
15 and 5.
All right, so 15 becomes a,
3,
and 5 becomes a,
1,
and what else?
and 3 and 18.
Becomes a,
3 becomes 1.
and 18 becomes a,
Oh, 6.
yes. Okay, now listen to me, guys. Here's one other thing. In fractions, watch me now. You can reduce this way. You can reduce diagonally this way. Diagonally this way. Or I can reduce what? Vertically. That is correct. Is everybody with me on that? Right? So does everybody see the 3 and the 6?
Yes.
I can reduce that to a
1/2.
1 and a
Half.
2. So the final answer now,
1 1/2.
1/2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, if you didn't reduce that, you'll end up with the fraction what? 3/6.
And
Well,
then
then you should just say, well, I knew that's 1/2. All right? So if you don't reduce, you're just going to have to reduce at the end. Am I good? All right. Make sure you're with me. All right. Number 10. Negative times the negative is obviously a... Right. So what I want to do is I'll try to get rid of that as quickly as I can. All right. Now, I'm going to see what can reduce. Catherine, what can I reduce?
You can reduce 4 and 6.
Becomes
so,
a...
the 4 becomes a 2 and the 6 becomes a 3.
Is everybody happy with that?
Yes. So
All
it
right.
would be 2 over 21.
2 over 21. Beautiful. All right. All right, Alex, you're up, buddy. Positive times the negative is a what? Beautiful. Now, what can I reduce, please? Becomes a... Beautiful. Yep. You're amazing. Final answer.
That would be 3 over 5.
Simple, simple, simple.
Or wait, that
You're good. The negative was already out in front, so I don't forget that. Right? Is everybody good? All right, now we have a big problem on question 14. Do you know what the problem is?
It's a mixed number.
Yes. Does everybody remember what to do with mixed numbers when you're multiplying? You have to turn it into an improper fraction. So tell me what that improper fraction would be.
So it would be 11 over 2.
Wow.
Times 2 11ths.
Now everybody should just look at that automatically, say that has to be what? What number? Automatically 1. Reciprocals. When you multiply by reciprocals, it's automatically what?
1.
1. Now, if you wanted to, you could have said that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1. That's boring. Boring, boring. When you see something and you know the answer, write the answer. Reciprocals cancel out. All right? Those are called, that's the multiplicative inverse. All right? Multiplicative inverse. All right? So, with that little bit of information, Mr. Slack, tell me about number 16. What should I do?
Number 16, well, first you gotta turn the mixed number into a improper fraction.
Yes, I do.
Which is, 20,
Yes, sir.
or well, 20 over 3.
You're awesome. 20 over 3. Now what?
Now you can cross cancel 5 and 20.
And that becomes a
5 becomes, 1, and 3 becomes 4.
beautiful.
Then you can also cross cancel 3 and 3 into 1 and 1.
So your final answer, buddy. Don't make a mistake.
It is negative
Very good.
4 over 1.
Yes, very good. Most time kids forget the negative. All right? Most times kids forget the negative. So that's why I like to write the negative first. All right? That way I don't forget. All right? Save yourself lots of problems. Now, when you look at 18, there's how many negatives?
2.
So what do I do? Yeah, just make it positive. So I wouldn't even do anything. I would just come over here and do that. All right? All right. Emily, tell me about this one. Take a look at 18 for me. You can look up on the board if you need to. What would you want to reduce?
I want to reduce 5 and 25.
Okay,
So 5 goes down to 1,
right.
and 25 goes down to 5.
Beautiful. So far, so good.
I can reduce 36 to 9.
Right.
9 goes down to 3.
Okay,
And 36 goes down to 12.
exactly.
And then
Is that it?
you can reduce the down.
Yes, good job, girls.
So 3 goes down to 1.
Beautiful.
Then 12 goes down to 4.
Amazing. Good job. Final answer.
So the final answer would be 1.
1 over, be careful. Yes, no biggie. 1/20th. Simple as that. 1/20th. All right, Carly. Want to give it a shot for me? Try. Tell me. 3 1/3. What do I change that to?
So 3 times 3
Uh-huh.
9 plus 1 so 10 over 3
Yep.
times 36 plus 3 so 3 over 3
You're awesome, girl.
and so that would be
Now, what can reduce?
10 and 4.
Oh, wow. I put 3 instead of 4. Thank you. Hold on a minute. Yes. I want to do that. What does that reduce to?
So then that would reduce 2 by 2, that would break down to 5 and 2.
Yes, it is.
And then for the 3 of 3, you can reduce it by 3.
Yep, you got
So
it.
that would be 1 and
Yes, 13. Right? Because 3 goes into 3, 1. 3 goes into 9, 3.
that's what I got.
Yeah,
So that's
perfect.
16.
So,
So that would be so 3 over 2
so now we're going to practice 5 times 10.
is 50.
5 times 3 is
15 is
15 plus 50.
Oh,
That's all right.
or
Yes. 65. Perfect. Now, I told you when you get to higher level math, we leave it as an improper fraction. So 65 over 2 is perfect. 65 over 2 is perfect. All right, Lander, why don't you help me out on 22, buddy?
Okay.
What am I doing?
You gotta reduce 7 and 42.
Beautiful.
So that's 1 for the 7, and then 42 is 6.
Beautiful.
And I think you can reduce the 9 and 45.
Yep.
So, okay, so 9 is 1,
Uh-huh.
and then 45 is 5.
Final answer.
It is 1 over 4.
1 over, tell me again?
Oh, 30. Sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Good. 1 over 30. I'm totally happy with that. Right? Is everybody good with that? Right? Everybody good? All right. Now, one quick second. I don't know why. What happened? I don't know why my screen is so small. But I'll fix it. All right. Now, I want everybody to take a look now at what I did on 23. I'm going to erase this real quick so we're not distracted. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to look at the algebra part of it. All right. Now, the first thing I want everybody to notice is this right here. When you see 9/12, you should never see 9/12. You should just rewrite that as what? A is 3/4. You with me?
Oh,
Now, we also have -2 and 1/4. We're just going to make that what? B equals, Ben, what?
negative 9.
You're awesome, -9 over 4. All right? And then I'm just going to put C equals 2/5 just to be with the other. All right, does everybody see that now? So again, you should convert them so you don't have to keep converting them when you do the problem. All right, does everybody understand what I'm saying, right? All right, Kate. So I want you to take a look at 24, right? What does that mean? -2b. Do you know? Exactly right. Very good. Exactly correct. So 2 negatives automatically make a? Yep. So here we go. Now, can I reduce anything? Beautiful. That becomes a 1. That becomes a 2. Final answer. You're awesome, girl. Good job. Very, very good. All right, William,
Yes.
you're on 26. Tell me what that means on 26.
Okay. So 3 and B is -9.
But what am I doing with all those numbers?
So you're all multiplying.
Right. So that would be,
So first up, you'll see 9 times 4.
wait a minute, what's B again?
Oh, B, -9 times 4.
And then what's C?
I mean, 9 over.
I know what you meant. What's C?
C is 2 over 5.
Beautiful. All right. Now, bless you. Listen to my explanation on this. As long as there's a number on the top and a number on the bottom, it can be reduced. They don't have to be next to each other. All right. As long as one's on the top and one's on the bottom, they can be reduced. All right. So what numbers can I reduce here, William?
You can reduce the first up 2 and 4,
Beautiful.
and that the 2 goes to 1 and the 4 goes to 2.
Exactly. Now, is the answer itself going to be positive or negative, William?
Oh, it's going to be negative.
You're right. It is negative.
Yes.
And then, what's the numerator?
The numerator is 9 and 6 times 1 is 27,
Beautiful.
and then 2 times 5, 2 times 5 times 1 is 10.
You're awesome.
And you
10.
can-
That's perfect. All right, I'm happy with that.
Isn't it negative?
Yep. Well, it's negative.
Negative 27.
Yep, that's what this negative is right there. All
I
right.
didn't see that.
Allison, you're up. 28. So what do I have to do, Allison?
So you have to multiply
Mm-hmm.
1/3,
Times what's A?
3/4,
All right, what's B?
-9.
And what's C?
2/3.
2/5? You good so far? Now, is my answer going to be positive or negative? Beautiful work. All right, now we got to start reducing. What can I reduce?
The 3 and
Yes, ma'am, you can. 3 and the 3.
1,
And what else can I reduce?
the 2 and
Beautiful. This 2 becomes a,
1.
and the 4 becomes a. Exactly. Can I reduce anything else?
No.
I don't think so. Good job. So multiply the top. What do I get when I multiply the top?
Negative
Exactly. But the negative we already have out there, right?
Yeah.
And now what's the bottom?
40.
You're awesome, girl. 40. Does everybody agree with me? This is not that hard. It was a nice little review, right? Is everybody good?
Yes.
No problems at all. I agree with you guys. I think that's it for today. Now, let me go ahead and save this real quick, and then we'll talk about exactly what I need for you to do.